TDD, Tutorial Interview Preparation Introduction. TDD stands for C. Test-Driven Development. TDD is a software development approach where developers write tests first, write minimal code to pass the test, refactor the code safely. A very common interview question is, what is TDD and how does it work? This guide explains. Check what TDD is. Check TDD workflow. Check Red-Green-Refactor cycle. Check TDD examples in Java. Check unit testing basics. Check mocking. Check Spring Boot TDD. Check real-world usage. Check common mistakes. Check interview questions. Best practices. TDD is one of the most important concepts for backend developers and software engineers. Simple definition. TDD is a development process where automated tests are written before writing the actual implementation code. Why TDD is important. TDD helps developers catch bugs early, improve code quality, write cleaner design, refactor safely, reduce regression issues, increase confidence in deployments. Without TDD, X bugs may appear later, refactoring becomes risky, X code quality decreases, X testing becomes harder. Core TDD cycle. TDD follows a simple cycle. Write failing test. Write minimal code. Make test pass. Refactor code. Repeat. This is called red means green means refactor. Step 1. Write a failing test. Red. First, write a test for functionality that does not exist yet. Example. At test, void should add 2 numbers. Calculator equals new calculator. Int result equals calculator.add 2, 3. Assert equals 5 result. Initially says code does not compile. Test fails. This is the red phase. Step 2. Write minimal code. Green. Write only enough code to pass the test. Example. Public class calculator. Public int add, int a, int b, return 5. The test passes. This is the green phase. Important. Do not over-engineer. Keep implementation minimal initially. Step 3. Refactor. Improve code quality without changing behavior. Refactor. Example. Public class calculator. Public int. Add int a, int b. Return a plus b. Benefits. Check cleaner code. Check maintainability. Check better design. Basic TDD workflow. Typical workflow. Requirement, write test. Run test, fail. Write code, run test, pass. Refactor. Example, string utility using TDD. Step 1. Write test, at test void, should return uppercase string. String util equals new string util. String result equals util.toUpper Java. Assert equals Java result. End. Step 2. Implement minimal code. Public class string util. Public string to upper string value. Return Java. Step 3. Refactor public class string util. Public string to upper string value. Return value to uppercase. TDD with JUnit 5. JUnit is the most common Java testing framework. Dependency example. Dependency, group ID, org JUnit Jupyter, group ID, artifact ID, JUnit Jupyter, artifact ID. Common annotations. Annotation, purpose, at test, marks test method, at before each, runs before every test, at after each, runs after every test. Assertions, verify expected results. Examples. Assert equals 10, result. Assert true, is valid. Assert false, is empty. Assert not null, object, ta. Assert throws, exception.class, with service process. TDD with Spring Boot. Spring Boot supports TDD very well. Common testing types. Unit tests, integration tests, controller tests, repository tests. Example, service layer TDD test first, at test, void, should return user by ID. User equals user service dot get user by ID, 1L. Assert equals John, user get name. Implementation, public user get user by ID, long ID. Return repository dot find by ID, or else throw. Mocking isolates dependencies. Example using Mockito. At mock, private, user repository. Why mock? Check, avoid real DB calls. Check, isolate business logic. Check, keep tests fast. Mockito example, when repository.find by ID 1L, then return optional of user. Verify interactions. Verify repository, find by ID 1L. TDD example with mocking service test. At test, void, should create user. User request equals new user request, John. When repository.save, any, then return new user 1L, John. User equals service.create user, request. Assert equals John, user get name. Unit testing versus integration testing. Type, purpose. Unit test tests single component. Integration test tests multiple components together. TDD mostly focuses on unit testing first. TDD best practices. 1. Write small tests. Small tests are: yes, easier to understand. Yes, easier to maintain. 2. Test one thing at a time. Bad. X. Testing multiple unrelated behaviors together. Good. One behavior per test. 3. Use clear test names. Bad. Test 1. Good. Should return unauthorized when token is invalid. Fast tests encourage frequent execution. Avoid negative unnecessary DB access, negative external API calls. Use cur, mocks, cur, in-memory testing. 5. Refactor often. TDD encourages continuous improvement. Benefits: cleaner architecture, reusable code, lower technical debt. Example, TDD, design improvement. Without TDD, large, tightly coupled methods. With TDD, smaller reusable methods. Common TDD mistakes. 1. Writing too much code first. TDD requires test first. 2. Writing huge tests. Large tests become difficult to maintain. 3. Overusing integration tests. Too many slow tests reduce productivity. 4. Testing frameworks instead of logic. Focus on business behavior, application logic. 5. Ignoring refactoring. Refactoring is a key TDD phase. Benefits of TDD. Benefit explanation. Better design. Encourages modular code. Fewer bugs. Issues found early. Easier refactoring. Tests provide safety. Documentation. Tests explain behavior. Faster debugging. Easier issue isolation. Real-world example. Example, banking transfer service. Requirements: transfer money between accounts. TDD workflow. Write transfer test. Implement transfer logic. Pass tests. Refactor transaction handling. Tests include insufficient balance, invalid account, successful transfer, transaction rollback, concurrency validation. TDD in CI/CD. TDD works very well with CI/CD. Flow. Developer commit. Run automated tests. Build application. Deploy. Benefits: safer deployments. Safer regression prevention. Common interview questions. 1. What is TDD? TDD is a development process where tests are written before implementation code. 2. Explain Red-Green-Refactor phase, meaning red, write failing test, green, make test pass, refactor, improve code safely. 3. Why is TDD useful? Benefits: cleaner code, fewer bugs, safer refactoring, better maintainability. 4. What is the difference between TDD and traditional testing? Traditional testing. Code first means test later. TDD. Test first means code later 5. Why use mocking in TDD? Mocking isolates dependencies and keeps tests fast and focused. Spring Boot TDD architecture example: controller, service layer, repository layer, database. Tests: controller tests, service tests, repository tests. Best practices summary. X. Write tests before implementation. Keep tests small and focused. Use meaningful test names. Mock external dependencies. Refactor regularly. Keep tests fast. Automate tests in CI/CD. Test business behavior. Final summary. TDD is a powerful development methodology that improves code quality and software reliability. Core concepts. Write failing tests first. Implement minimal code. Refactor safely. Automate testing. Isolate dependencies. Improve design continuously. TDD is widely used in Spring Boot applications, enterprise backend systems, microservices, cloud-native applications. Key idea: TDD helps developers build reliable, maintainable, and well-designed software by driving development through automated tests.